Hello, 6th through 8th grade. All right, so it's Miss Shay here for your final live Kahoot with me, at least as far as being your science teacher goes. You never know what the traveling teacher might get up to. So I will wait a few minutes, see who's going to come online, and then we will get started. Got your whole test on Kahoot, and then remember, you want to hang around and you want to watch this because you never know. There might be sneaky information that you might want to know for Friday. Ooh, interesting. I have one viewer. Who could it be? Oh my goodness. Probably Will Flanders or Kate, because they're excited and they're ready. They're ready to play. We're going to have a great time. Ooh, 4 viewers. The numbers are just jumping. Just shoom, 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 shoom. We're going to have a great time for our last Kahoot. Ooh, 5 viewers. Here is the test. Ooh, cheeky, cheeky. Here we go. Messing with all the coloring because of the color of white on the test. It makes the different colors on the. Ooh, it makes me yellow. Ooh, it makes me so yellow. Ah, it makes me blue. Anyway, so let's see here. What have I done this evening? This evening I've had dinner and I have read my book. While you are waiting for others to come around, I will show you the sadness that is our apartment. We are officially homeless in just 5 short days. Now you may think to yourself, but Miss Shay, you're still with us till next week. That is true. Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night, Mr. Steven and Truffles and I will be staying in hotels rather than here in our apartment so that I can have everything done by Monday. So that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I can totally focus all of my energies on spending time with all of you and having a blast on our field trip, on our edible projects, and on our mad science. So I don't want any of this stupid apartment stuff to keep me from all of the fun that we are going to have. So that is why we are moving out a little bit early. Also then, especially right after school finishes on Wednesday, going to Florida, and then come back and leave straight away for New Zealand and Australia, which is when the Traveling Teaches things will officially start. So I'll make sure that you have that YouTube channel so that you can go over there and you can watch all the fun that has to do with the Traveling Teach. 7 viewers ready to play. I'm going to give it another minute, and then I'm going to bring up the Kahoot so we can get started and we can play. I know that it's dinner time, and it's getting to be bedtime and homework time, and we've all got lots of things that we're doing, so I don't want to keep everybody too late tonight. I wanted to start it a little bit later so that some folks had a chance to join in with us, maybe who have to stay after school care or who have dinner time and different things. So hopefully having it a little bit later hasn't been too bad for you. 9 viewers, 9. So many people ready to join and play. We're going to have a great time. 10 viewers. Oh my gosh, 10 viewers. I feel like the count from Sesame Street. 1 viewer. 2 viewers. Right? No? No, you don't know the count? Okay, whatever. Fine. I'm cooler than you. Just know that I know that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Kahoot here. 25 questions. 25 questions. I had actually already brought up. Classic view. Let me do the screen share so that you guys can see it. Code. Let's see here. The Kahoot code is 924556. 924556. So you should be able to see that now. Waiting for players to put their names, their game pins in. Have you noticed that the Kahoot logo, it has updated to show this super cute little Thanksgiving theme with the little pilgrim hat and the pie. Will! All right, Will's here. Hey, Will. Hey, Rifty. All right, someone said to me, that's going to be me tonight, Miss Shay. I think that was Jeb. Yeah, Jeb. Master Dabber. Who could that be? There are so many of you in my life. It could be Tate. Oh, there's Caitlin with her cute little nerdy glasses emoji. I love it. John is here. Just serious, John. No emojis, no silliness. That's right. Layla's here. Yay! Layla, I don't know if you've done a live Kahoot with us before. I'm very excited. Colin, I am certain that you are Bill Cosby because you're obsessed with him. Or it's Abraham saying, that he should be Colin because Colin's obsessed with pedophiles right now, and that is not true. We are not obsessed with them, but you guys are definitely obsessed with Bill Cosby for some reason. You're talking about Fat Albert and all kinds of things. Aislinn is here, shouting through the heart with the arrow of Cupid. Oh, yeah. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. All right, so if Bill Cosby is Colin, then he's dying because he loves that music because he lives in the 80s now, apparently. So let's see here. Who could Master Dabber be? I feel like that's probably Tate. Like if Jeb hadn't told me earlier he was going to be Rifty, I would have thought that it was Tate. I mean, that it was Jeb. But because Jeb told me he was going to be Rifty, I now think that Master Dabber might be Tate. Or I would think it would be Declan, but Declan's at soccer practice. So unless soccer practice got rained out, I'm not sure who else would be Master Dabber. Maybe Ian? Ewan, maybe, is being Master Dabber. It's hard to know. Hard to know. Who could it be? All right, I got 9 viewers and I got 9 players. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started. If our 10th viewer comes back and plays, then they can join in. Are you ready? Oh, ready to rumble. Yeah, I know you love my echo there. Here we go. 25 questions. All right. All seed plants have vascular tissue and use seeds to reproduce. Is that true or false? Fruits. Vascular tissue is what's highlighted in bold, so that would be your underlined answer on your test. All seed plants have vascular tissue and use seeds to reproduce. Is that red, true, or blue, false? Fruits. All seeds have vascular tissue and use seeds to reproduce. Red, true, or blue, false? Fruits. Wait for one more answer. Yes. All right, it is true. All seed plants have vascular tissue and use seeds to reproduce. So I know that the person who chose false fruits was thinking, but angiosperms have fruits and seeds. Oh, fruits and flowers. Okay? Mr. Stephen is giggling at angiosperms. You guys are so much more mature than Mr. Stephen. Mr. Stephen, we use that word all the time in our class. We're very mature about it, right, guys? Anyways, no, vascular tissue. Next question. Layla, look at you, girlfriend. Next question. The reproductive structures of a gymnosperm are called, is it red, sperm cells, blue, pollen, yellow, ovules, or green, cones? So we learned about gymnosperms yesterday. The reproductive structures of a gymnosperm, and Mr. Stephen's still giggling, I'm guessing about the word gymno. And red sperm cells, blue pollen, yellow ovules, or green cones. What could it be? 6 answers in. The reproductive structures of a gymnosperm are called. What are they called? Don't be fooled by the easy, obvious answers. Remember, gymnosperms, very specific. We know them as conifers, evergreens. Cones is the correct answer. So remember, gymnosperms create cones, both female cones and male cones, and that is how a gymnosperm reproduces. Next question. Hokage. Who's Hokage? I don't even know who that is. I'm so confused. Water and nutrients enter the plant's roots and move through the blank into the stems and leaves. Is it red, phloem, or blue, XY, xylem? WXY, xylem. Water and nutrients enter a plant's roots and move through the blank into the stems and leaves. If you remember back to class, we looked at this because we said the phloem brings up, and the WXY xylem brings up what? Oh man, your teacher sometimes is too smart for her own good to remind you of these things. Yes, XY xylem, that's right. W for water is brought up through the WXY xylem. Very good. Mr. Stephen is looking at me like, you are a loser. Next question. All angiosperms, red, produce fruits, not foods. Blue are tropical, yellow produce cones, or green are seedless. Now, I've actually already given you this answer. Remembering that angiosperms and gymnosperms are not the same, so that should get rid of 1. Okay. Then remembering the 2 things that all angiosperms produce, no matter where they live, and inside those things that they produce are these. So that takes out another one. You know, it's all very cryptic for you. What could it be? Game pin 924-556 in case you got removed from the game for some reason. Here we go, here we go. All right, so all angiosperms produce fruit and flowers. Remember, gymnosperms produce the cones. Angiosperms, it doesn't matter if they're tropical or not, they can be anywhere. And seedless, they're not seedless because in the fruits are the seeds. Next question. Auxin is a plant hormone that speeds up the rate at which a plant cell grows. Is that red, false, Austin, or blue, true? The bold word, which would be underlined on your test, is auxin. So is that the correct name, or should it be false, Austin? Talked a lot about Austin. We have a kid in our class named Austin. I wrote the Austin Grand Prix, but does that also mean that that is a plant hormone? That is right. Auxin is what it is. Do not be fooled. Next question. The seed coat is the young plant that develops from a fertilized egg. Is it red, true, or blue, false, embryo? The seed coat being the word in question, is the young plant that develops from a fertilized egg. Is that red, true, or blue, false, embryo? So Stephen, that's my excellent Wall-E impression. Technically, it's my excellent Eva impression. Plant. Yep. It's very good. They truly enjoy it, and it's their favorite part of science class, just so you know. He's nodding at me from across while he eats pineapples. I don't think he cares. He's not eating pineapples. He's eating grapes. Oh, no. 2 people said true. No, it's an embryo. Next question. What types of vascular tissues are found in structure E? Explain their roles. Is it red, the xylem and the phloem that transport food, water, and nutrients? Is it the surface cells protecting the plant from water loss? Is it red, chloroplast creating chlorophyll? Or green, stomata transferring the gases in and out of the leaf? So remember, we're looking at E. What is inside here in E? Remember, this was my pièce de résistance, my Mona Lisa of science pictures. What could it be? Because it was a whole lot of circles, Mr. Stephen, to draw this leaf cross-section. Woo! Phew. And none were as beautiful as the one for the 7th grade. Oh, one for the 7th grade was priceless. Oh dear. 2 of you said the stomata. No. The xylem and the phloem are inside the vein. They transport food, water, and nutrients. Next question. A stamen is the male reproductive structure in a flower. Is that red, true, or blue, false, pistil? A stamen is the male reproductive structure in a flower. Is that red, true, or blue, false, pistil? So is it the stamen or the pistil that is the male reproductive structure in a flower? We drew a picture today of a beautiful flower, and we outlined both sides, the male and female reproductive systems. So, which is it? 26, 25, 24. Mr. Stephen's making noise, but I also think he's making my lunch, so I'm not going to complain. Yes, he's nodding, he's making my lunch. Mr. Stephen, could you throw a few extra snacks in there for me? Make it rain goldfish crackers, Mr. Stephen. Woo, goldfish crackers! All right. True is correct. Very good. All 9 of you got that correct. Very nice. Excellent. Next question. A flower's female reproductive parts are called red filaments, blue pistils, yellow anthers, or green sepals. What you can't know, because it's not on me, is that Mr. Steven just literally threw goldfish crackers at me from the kitchen to the couch to make it rain goldfish crackers on my head. He almost put my eye out, and I almost died. Thanks, Mr. Steven. Of course, according to all of you, you'd like me to die, so I stayed in the state. So I'm probably just wishing it to be true. Earlier today, Mr. Steven, they were talking about replacing me with a robot, or then replacing you with a robot, so then both of us were replaced with a robot and Truffles' robot. So they were all going to go traveling, the robots, and we were going to stay here, and it was like that kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, anyway, what do you do? These are early young scientists. They don't quite have it all down yet. Mr. Stevens' hypothesis is that wouldn't work. Well, Evan's hypothesis was that most of some countries are already robots. So I won't say which one because I don't want to seem racist, but yeah. So pistols is the correct answer. That is the female reproductive parts. Next question. We lost someone. Identify the structure labeled F in the diagram and describe its function. Is it red? F is the petal, the colorful part on the display when the flower opens. F is the anther, it catches the pollen. F is the ovary, it becomes the fruit. Or S is the sepal, they enclose and protect the flower as it develops. F, remember F is down here. What is this on F? What is that? Is it the petal, the ovary, the anther, or the sepal? Every time I hear sepal, I think of that little thing with your hands that you do where you go, this is the church and this is the steeple, which is not the same thing as a steeple, I know, but I always think of it when I say steeple. Open the doors and here's all the people. That's what I feel like. Next question. I can also feel Aislinn trying to get ready to write down whatever the bonus questions are. So each random thing that I say, she's probably like, wait, it's going to rain goldfish crackers. That's going to be the bonus question. Or wait, the steeple is the bonus question. Oh, Aislinn. Oh, Aislinn. I'm ready for you, Missy. The process by which water evaporates from plants' leaves is known as, is it red, transpiration, or blue, transportation? What could it be? The process of water evaporates from the plant's leaves is known as red, transpiration, or blue, transportation. Fun fact, that happens through the stomata. Gases pass in and out of the stomata, but also transpiration happens. Oh no, I gave the answer. Think. This process by which water evaporates from plants' leaves happens through the stomata. Oh man, I gotta stop trying to be so entertaining and be more paying attention, Mr. Steven. I just gave an answer away. 1 of 24, 25. So 24 questions you don't know. 1 I told you. No truffles. That's our yellow at me. How dare you, Mom? Next question. Mr. Steven just made ninja moves at truffles. An example of a negative plant tropism, we just learned about this today, is red, stems wrapping around poles, blue, leaves turning towards the light, yellow, roots growing down, or green, stems growing up. An example of a negative plant tropism. So we learned about tropisms today. Remember that is a response of a plant to a stimulus. And remember, it can move towards or away from the stimulus. Okay? So a negative plant tropism is moving away from the stimulus, and a pro or positive tropism is moving towards the stimulus. So negative plant tropism is, gave you a good example of this today. I wrote it all out for you, and then I put example this. So if you have your notes handy and you're cheating, just kidding. It's not cheating, you're just practicing. Then what could it be? What could it be? Stems growing up. Uh-oh, I lost more people. I now only have 6 people. Stems growing up is an example of negative plant tropism. Very good. Okay, next question. Identify the structures labeled C, D, and E in the diagram. Are these male or female reproductive structures? Sorry guys, I had to shorten it. Identify the structures labeled C, D, and E in the diagram, and are these male or female reproductive structures? Okay, so C is stigma, D is style, E is ovary, they are female. Or is it blue? C is the pistil, D is the ovary, E is the sepal, and they are female. Yellow, C is the ovary, D is the stigma, E is the style, they are male. Or green, C is the anther, D is the filament, E is the ovary, they are male. I have a feeling Truffles might be going just going to fill. Okay, she'll be back. Okay. Whew. Whew. All right, so what is it? What are C, D, and E in the diagram, and are they male or female reproductive structures? We drew this picture today. It should be fresh in your little minds. What is it going to be? All right, so okay, a couple folks back, 8 answers. All right, C is stigma, D is the style, and E is the ovary, and they are female. Very good. Next question. The flowers of blank usually have either 3 petals or a multiple of 3 petals. Is it red dicots or blue monocots? We drew this in a chart today. The flowers of blank usually have either 3 petals or a multiple of 3 petals. Is that blue dicots or red dicots or blue monocots? What could it be? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Another old song for you there. And maybe a hint. Oh my goodness. Truffy had 15 peepees. We count them. Oh, I know, 15 seconds of peepees. We count them to see if she's been inside too long. She was inside too long this time. Whew. Monocots, B, get it? Blue, B, let it be. I was giving you clues. Oh, man. Next question. Which is not a way that angiosperms are useful to people? Red as sources of clothing, blue as sources of food, yellow as sources of medicine, or green as a source of turpentine. And I'm looking at this, and 2 of them are grammatically incorrect. That's okay. It does say as a sources instead of as a source or as sources. I said turpentine.
Oh, it sounded like
No, time. I-N-E. Mr. Stevenson here trying to be all smart with my pronunciations. He is incorrect, and I am correct. He says he's British and they pronounce everything correctly except that they say oregano and aluminium and garage instead of garage. I think you're so fancy, Mr. Steven. So fancy. Mr. Steven said he's going to push us in a trolley down the hill, which you wouldn't get unless you're in the 8th grade from last year. But I appreciate the joke, and I think it's funny. All right, as a source of turpentine. Very good. All right, next question. I only have 7 now. One of you keeps disappearing. Next question. 2 characteristics of angiosperms are that they produce flowers and fruits. Is this true or false? Red is true, or blue, false, cotyledons. 2 characteristics of all angiosperms that you learned about today are that they produce flowers and fruits. Is that red true or blue false, cotyledons? What could it be? I can hear Will at home basking in the glory of his marker eraser board battle today. Yes, yes indeed. True is correct. Next question. After pollination, what happens to the structure labeled E in the diagram? Is E the ovary that changes into a fruit? Is E the sepal that protects the flower before it blooms? Is E the auxin that helps with phototropism? Or is E the anther and it collects the pollen? So after pollination, what happens to the structure labeled E in the diagram? That's this part down here. There's that stick pruning off. What was it? Had the name and the note next to it earlier. I hope you all wrote it down. I really tried to encourage you guys to write your notes down and keep up with it. E, the ovary that changes into the fruit. Very good. Okay, remember that the anther is actually one of those little sticky things. Next question. The hormone blank speeds up the rate at which a plant cells grow. Is that red, auxin, or blue, auxtin? If you were here earlier, you should know this answer. The hormone blank speeds up the rate at which a plant cells grow. Is it red, auxin, or blue, auxtin? It is auxin. Very good. Next question. Amanda, that's right, girl. Woo! Highest answer streak of 6. Woo, woo, woo. Come on, Will. You're only 300 points behind her. Which phrase describes pollination? Is it red, the joining of... Oh, no! I'm so sorry, guys. That was me. I did not mean to hit skip. That was my fault. I apologize. My finger touched it. Oh, no. I've messed up the final game ever. No, it's okay. Our lives are okay. All right. So, yes, the correct answer for which phrase describes pollination is the transfer of pollen from male to female reproductive structures. Okay? There's a bonus. No problem. Sorry, guys. Everybody's still on the same points. Here we go. Why are there so many spaces among the lower leaf cells? Is it red that it allows plant parts to be absorbed? Blue, it allows cells to do the Macarena together. Yellow, it allows space for carbon dioxide and oxygen to move in and out of the stomata. Or green, it makes the leaf collapse. I will tell you, only one of those sounds very scientific, and I agree with Mr. Steven that it is the Macarena. I do love a good dance. So don't be confused. Your lower leaf cells are not doing the Cupid shuffle. If anything, they are doing the Macarena. Sounds very scientific to me. In case you're wondering, why did Michelle write about plant parts? Ask the 7th grade. Ask Evan in the 7th grade, actually. He was the one discussing plant parts with me. All right, allows plant parts to be absorbed, allows the cells to do the Macarena, allows space for CO2. Oh my goodness, someone said allows plant parts. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. There are no plant parts. Hey, next question. Germination begins when a seed, truffles, shush. Red uses its stored food, blue absorbs water, yellow grows roots in the stem, or green is dispersed. Germination begins when a seed uses its stored food, absorbs water, grows roots in the stem, or is dispersed. Remember, we talked about how seeds are dispersed. They're dispersed by the wind, large animals, and water. They are not dispersed by insects. Same. Germination. There's a key step to this. What is it? It starts when the seed does this. What is the germination? It is absorbs water. That is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is not a device for dispersing seeds? Is it red, insects, blue, water, yellow, wind, or green, large animals? I will know how well you were listening to me 5 seconds ago. It's like being in class. Were you listening? Were you not listening? We'll find out. Because I literally just said this answer. Which of the following are not a device for dispersing seeds? Red, insects, blue, water. Insects is the correct answer. Insects, insects, insects. Next question. Oh, Caitlin's back in the game. All right, Caitlin. Plants that produce seeds. Plants that produce seeds. Red do not need vascular tissue. Blue can live in dry environments. Yellow transport the seeds in vascular tissue. Or green do not need cuticles on their leaves. Only one of these is correct. Plants that produce seeds, blank. Now, if you remember, we talked about plants that produce spores and where they have to live in order for their cells, their female sex cells and their male sex cells to join and to create more plants. But what was the case for plants that produce seeds? They do not need vascular tissue. They can live in dry environments. They transport the seeds in vascular tissue, or they do not need cuticles on their leaves. What is the correct answer? 8 seconds remaining. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They can live in dry environments. Very good. Remember, they don't transport the seeds in the vascular tissue. Seeds are typically transported through the fruit, or they are dispersed in another way by water, wind, or large animals. They do need vascular tissue. Remember, these are not non-vascular plants. Ones that produce seeds are vascular plants, and most plants have the cuticles on their leaves to help keep the water. Next question. 24. Gases pass in and out of the leaf through the red cuticle, blue phloem, yellow xylem, or green stomata. Red cuticle, blue phloem, yellow xylem, or green stomata. What could it be? Red cuticle, blue phloem, yellow xylem, or green stomata. What did the gases pass in and out of the leaf through? Remember, these are not plant parts. These are not plant parts. I don't even like the word parts. I prefer if you're going to say it to say toots or pass gas. Look, I don't even like the word. No. I don't feel quite as strongly about it as I do about the word moist, but it's probably pretty close. Mr. Stevens said you definitely don't want moist parts. So yes, moms and dads that are hanging out with our kids and listening, this is the kind of things that we talk about. And I'm sure that all of the boys particularly are giggling and all the girls are rolling their eyes. See, girls, now I told the 6th grade girls that boys say these kind of silly things and that our job as the girls is to roll our eyes, although some girls do laugh. I mostly roll my eyes. Moist parts, one of the things I will roll my eyes at. Big eye roll that you cannot see. Final question. Parts of a plant that grow upward show blank gravitropism. Is it red, negative, or blue, positive? The parts of a plant that grow upwards show, is it a negative or positive gravitropism? Remember, gravitropism being about gravity, tropism being a response towards or away from a stimulus. So remember, if it is moving away from the stimulus, then it's a negative tropism. If it's moving towards the stimulus, it's a positive tropism. So, when you're looking at gravitropism and the plants are moving upwards, is that a negative or a positive tropism? Truffles, do not bark, do not bark, do not bark, do not bark. Oh my gosh. People dare to walk by our apartment and talk. Truffles cannot handle it. I'm down to 7. Oh my gosh. 5 of you were correct. Negative tropism. All right, here we go. Pokage or Pockage, you are the winner. Amanda, you're in second. And Will with a very respectable third. Nicely done. All right, so give us your feedback. Okay, put your learning, your feelings, and your recommends in. And while you do that, I'm going to pull the video back up, because now is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Why are we watching this? Why did Miss Shea wink at us multiple times and tell us that we should watch this video? The reason is this. If on Friday, without being reminded, you come to my door before class and you give me the secret password, which is a turkey. Okay? Gotta have a hand motion. Gotta have a sound effect. You can show me that secret handshake before you step foot in my classroom for science class. Then you will be able to pull your notes out and have them out during your test. It will be an open note test for you. If you step into class and you remember after you've walked through the door that you forgot to do the I cannot help you, my friends, and you will not be able to have your notes out. So make sure that you're paying very close attention and that you're waiting outside the door patiently, being very focused and ready for your test, so that outside the door you can go, okay, out of your turkey bottle, and your gobble sound. The reason I chose the turkey is because it is Thanksgiving. And I am very thankful for you, and I am very thankful for all the time that we've gotten to spend together, and that you are learning, and that you are enjoying learning. And I am thankful for the opportunity to spend 6.5 more amazing days with you. We're going to have an awesome week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So let's just get through this week, spend our time together as nicely as we can, spend our time with Truffles on Friday. It's going to be so awesome, okay? So don't forget. So coming into my class for homeroom or coming in to ask for something, you don't need the secret password. It's only for science class. But once you step through my door, if you remember after, it's too late. So you must remember before you come through the door. Remember, this is only for those who watch the video. So if people don't watch the video, don't go sharing the secret code word with them. I know that you want to be generous and kind, but they need to come on here and study and review just like you do. Okay, you made good choices, so we want you to keep making those good choices. All right, I love you all very much. Have a wonderful night. Get lots of rest, and I will see you all tomorrow for more notes and review. Remember, 7th and 8th grade, you will have your Kahoot on Thursday morning, so bring your tech Thursday. 6th grade, you will have your Kahoot in class tomorrow, so bring your tech tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.